Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Y'all listen, let's get into this clip that I saw over there on Reality Entertainment TV. And it's where Destiny, she took the ladies somewhere. They sitting at the table, y'all, they talking. So Nell said that she has a lot going on in her life right now, and when it comes to deep personal things, she just doesn't share those things, with people she's not close to. In Tisha's confessional, she gets cute and says that Nell is always trying to tell other folks to be transparent when she's not even being transparent. And then she says at her age, she should be able to communicate better. And this is coming from a person who doesn't know how to communicate at all, who never goes back to tell a story the way that it actually happened, and she's always the victim in everything. When it comes to the age thing, I don't know why she started doing that as if she's 22 or something. Like, girl, you're in your 40s and you projected through this whole conversation with Nell. She was very condescending. Tisha has always been the number one mean girl in the group. People always tried to make it out to be Mel just because she was more direct, and Tisha was always crying while holding rocks behind her back. I've never seen it for Tisha. Season 1, episode 1, the dinner table scene let me know all I need to know about her. And my feelings were right on the money. And I saw somebody in the comments talking about the reason people don't see it for Tisha is because they're colorist. Get the entire F on with it. Y'all love trying to black power, dark skin, 4C hair situation just to try and make it seem like you're a girl's girl, or that you stand up for the cause or root for the underdog. Man, move. Go somewhere else with your fake liberation. So Tisha gives Destiny an A for effort with the, her little get together. And she said her problem with one particular lady in the group is that she be talking to other people about her or bring her up at all, which Tisha has done with Trish. She done talked to Kimmy, she done talked to Destiny, and more so about Nell. And she said if Nell has anything to say about her, she can just come and say it to her, because Tisha said if she says anything to the other ladies, she'll say it again to the person, which she has not done. Nell says that she said all that she need to say to Tisha, but Tisha feels like she didn't, and when they were at festivities, she was trying to have a conversation with Nell, but Nell had high energy. Again, she's trying to put all of the blame on Nell, and I still don't understand why they don't feel like Nell was matching their energy. And what Tisha is missing or skipping over is that Nell is constantly saying, you don't need to worry yourself on why I left LA early or what my son has going on. So Nell says that if she said anything about Tisha, it was before the coffee shop. Clearly, she had her timeline mixed up, but she stood on the fact that she has said some things about Tisha. And I feel like where Nell and Tisha are messing up is with how they phrase talking shit. What she said to Destiny wasn't what you would call talking shit. She stated how she felt when it came to Tisha worrying herself on Destiny's behalf on why she left LA early. So of course Kimmy jumps in and says, so your conversation with Destiny was after the coffee shop? In that moment, they're once again trying to make Nell out to be a lie. She may have gotten the timeline mixed up, but she has never changed what she said. And Tisha is doing to Nell what she did to Mel. The issues that Tisha has created with Nell has to do with what Nell said about Marceau and that tape. The same way she created an issue with Mel about Martell saying that Marceau had 20 girls. Then Nell clears up the coffee shop situation. In Kimmy's confessional, she said that there are some underlying issues that Tisha and Nell have that they just seem like they just can't get past it, and she doesn't feel like Tisha is interested. And the way I'm looking at Nell and listening to what she's saying, I don't think she is too interested in being besties with Tisha either. So then Tisha starts buffering. At least that's how it sounded to me, because she goes, what I was trying to do at the game night was talk to you and see why you went to Trish and said that I wasn't being transparent. You told Destiny that I need to keep your MF name out of my mouth. And you also told Destiny that I need to be concerned with the video of my husband. And that was not okay. And my thing is, we would never be okay, because I don't like how you move. And I don't like the fact that we met and I broke down in front of you and I thought we had a moment. But yet and still, you go back and shit on me to Destiny. That's not okay with me. That's not something that I expect from someone your age who said they're a mentor or a life coach. And I'm like, girl, please stop, baby. You trying too hard. You are trying too hard to be that HBIC. So she continues on with, we said at the coffee shop that if we have an issue with each other, we'll talk to each other. Nell then reiterates what she said to Destiny, and that was wanting to know why Tisha was so concerned about Lance. So Tisha asks Nell, what did Destiny tell her? But Nell is talking so much that she doesn't even hear Tisha. So Tisha asks Destiny twice, what did she say to Nell? She was like, what did you say to Nell to make her feel this way? Don't you know Destiny was doing that little goofy look that Kimmy be doing, and she did not answer her? Even though all of this mess started because of Destiny? You were the one who brought up Nell saying that Tisha needs to keep her name out of her mouth. Destiny is the one who brought up the other stuff that she swears she forgot to tell Tisha when they were on their van on the way to see Spud. The same Destiny who was standing in Nell's face talking about how much she cared about her and how long she's known her and she missed the person she was before Nell's mom passed. And all of that, in my opinion, was fake and performative. Because if she cared as much as she say, she wouldn't be taking back unnecessary mess. But anyway, child, let me get back to Tisha. Catch how she brought up her breaking down in front of Nell, and she felt like Nell was basically playing in her face. Does that not sound familiar? You know, the same way she did the Tisha thing when she brought up her grandma and aunt passing, and she would have liked for Mel to, reach out to say that she was praying for her, and Mel started giggling and reminded Tisha that they all were texting in the group. So she knows that she reached out to Tisha. And she even told Tisha that she wasn't giggling at the passing, but about the fact that Tisha was trying to make herself the victim in the situation. Her bringing up her loved ones had no relation to what she went to talk to Melody about. She went there to question Mel about why Martell said what he said and why Mel wouldn't call him a lie. So Mel tells Tisha that she felt like there was an issue that Tisha had with her and she didn't know what that was. The same way Tisha told the ladies in this clip that Nell wants to have an issue with her. I've said it before and I'll say it over and over and over again that Tisha is stuck in season 1 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She has arrested development in season 1. It's like step into the light, Carol Ann. Like, please step into the light. This is ridiculous. Tisha says that she doesn't like Nell because she's the type of person who you can show them where they hurt you and they'll poke you in that spot. Nell says that she's not that type of person, but Tisha is, and Tisha is most definitely that person. We've seen it since season 1, episode 1. Let me give y'all a few examples. When they were at the dinner and Tisha says, if Marcel was cheating on me, I would leave him. She said in a way that would make you think, okay, well, somebody at this table getting cheated on. Because why did you have to say, if he was cheating on me, when they took them on that fake anniversary dinner and Tisha brought up the cheating, when she brought up the matching BMWs, when Destiny was telling them about the retreat and Tisha was like, well, who all gonna be there? Do we have to ride together? Do we have to stay long? Very passive aggressive. When Destiny took them on the retreat and Tisha called Mel's apology BS. When she asked Maurice why did he fight for his marriage with Kiowa. When she met with Kiowa and agreed that Kimmy interfered with Kiowa and Maurice's marriage while they were trying to work things out. When she blamed Mel for the mess at the comeback group meeting after Martell said that the Scotts was riding their coattails, and after Richard informed them that he was unable to process the loan because the Scott brothers were not on the documents and he needed everybody's income, Tisha got mad and made it seem like Mel was the reason they were losing out on the loans because she didn't read the paperwork, even though Melody was the one who had to read the paperwork to Martell. When Kimmy invited Mel over to that office, but she didn't tell Tisha, and when Mel walked in, Tisha barely opened her mouth, didn't want to say hi, bye, or give the lady a hug. But before that, she was going on and on about wanting to move forward and be cordial. When she sat at that Galentine thing and basically called Mel stupid for having another baby by Martell, her husband, you know how she like to say that. When Melody was trying to sympathize with Tisha about Marceau refusing to renew his wedding vows, and Tisha told Mel that I can speak for myself, even though she was sitting over there looking like she was on the verge of tears. When they were over there in Houston and Tisha asked Marceau, but Marceau, did you ask Mel what she did? When she told Mel that she had a dark soul and that she was the devil in sheep's clothing? Yeah, Tisha does this all the time. She did it with Stormy, Sonny, Tiffany, and Miss Van. So when Nell says the person Tisha is talking about is Tisha, she's correct. And that was just a few of the things that Tisha has done. So then Nell says that Tisha been getting in her face and in Chris's face, and she brought all the mess back up at the festivities. And Tisha talking about, oh, I've been doing this. Yes, Tisha, you have, and you always do. Now, what I'm gonna need Nell to do, first, ma'am, you need to see a therapist, because you are dealing with a lot of stuff, like you said. And when it comes to losing a parent, that's not something that you get over. Some people don't never get over it. And I don't think you have allowed yourself time to grieve. And you may need to speak with somebody who can help you unpack your feelings. You don't even have to let anybody know that you're going to talk to somebody. Just do it. And I'm gonna also need you to stop trying to be friends with these ladies. They do not see it for you. They not rocking with you like that at all. Even Destiny. Because if Destiny cares so much, why does it feel like we're just now hearing how close y'all supposed to be? Why does she keep carrying the bone between you and Tisha? Why was she on mute when Tisha asked her, what did she tell you? When you told Destiny that there's a version of you who is that's not available for everybody, I hope that she's included in that. And Destiny, you started all of this mess. And it was so unnecessary. But then you pretend like you don't like what's happening in the group, or the way Nell and Tisha aren't getting along. But you won't even speak up to clear it up and resolve the situation. Because when you heard Tisha, you looking at her and looking back and forth between her and Nell when she asked you, what did you say to this lady to make her feel the way that she feel? Like, y'all, please stop all this fussing and cussing and being mad at each other. Listen, when I talked to Nell, this is what was said. It just came up. It wasn't like she just was talking about you. It wasn't like that. We was just having a conversation. It came up. This is what she said. And I just feel like, hey, I think I need to tell you about it. Hey, we on TV. Let me tell her, because she's going to find out anyway. But it was not, I did not think it was going to be this serious. It would not have cost you anything to clear that up. Like, ma'am, going forward, don't carry any more bones. And me personally, I don't even see how anybody would want to be friends with somebody like Destiny anyway. But there are a lot of folks thirsty for friendships, and they'll settle for anything. So it is what it is, I guess. But y'all get down in the comments. Tell me what you think if you saw that clip. And I'll talk to y'all later.